On a path in the forest of Glathar, surrounded by fog, a lone station wagon drives on a lonely, long, never-ending road. As a man, holding his big beer gut in one hand and the steering wheel in the other, is driving until he sees a deer in the distance and his stomach growls. He fixes the cap on his head and snatches the shotgun next to him like he's grabbing a stick of beef jerky. And he kicks the door open of his own car, and then he booty bumps the car door closed and starts crawling into the grass.
This dumb boy does not know what's coming to him. You're gonna be food soon here, boy. He'll just keep inching towards the deer.
You crawl like a menace through the grass, very stealthily, and though you look quite silly with your big beer guts compressed into the ground, it's pretty effective. As you are doing this, though, suddenly, the sounds of a whole bunch of motorcycles start revving in the distance. The deer perks his head up and looks like he's about to run off.
Man! Oh, fuck.
You can see the silhouettes of what looks like about probably 3 different motorcycles and very skinny guys on top of them.
Bastards, I'm gonna have a fucking word to speak with them.
A bunch of the motorcycles stop right beside your station wagon. One of them uses the butt of a shotgun and breaks your back window.
Hey! What are you doing that for, you sticky son of a bitch? He cocks his shotgun and points it at him.
Johnster peeks through the tinted car windows and sees that these skinny bodies are just bones. Only skeletal remains with no skin. A skeleton dashes out from behind the car and hops onto a red motorcycle. He cranks the handlebars and the engine starts crackling loudly. He points the front wheel right at Johnster, who just stood up from the grass. The motorcycle drives easily over 50 miles per hour within seconds directly towards Johnster, as Johnster rolls into the dirt and his back slaps against his car. He pants and takes a heavy breath, and as he does, he looks on both sides to see where the other skeletons went, and he hears some very spooky sounding footsteps approaching him on both sides. One skeleton raises up what looks like a shotgun towards Johnster's face. Johnster grabs the handle of the shotgun, trying to push it away, and the shot rings out right next to his ear. As this happens, the other skeleton reaches behind him, trying to grab onto his arms, but Johnster raises his knee in front of him and kicks the skeleton's leg off behind him. And then he grabs the leg of the skeleton in front of him and pulls it so that he falls onto his ass. He then stands up, grabs the handles of his car and pulls it open, and he moves into the driver's seat. He grabs his keys, very nervously and shakily gets them into the ignition, and he turns it. It starts flooding, and it's not starting.
Damn this piece of shit car! I shouldn't have bought this for fucking 20 goddamn dollars.
Blood splatters on the front window as Johnster is shot in the side of the face. The skeleton reaches his hand over the blown open passenger window and unlocks the door for himself, letting him in, while the other motorcycling biker jumps on the back of the car as they both crawl towards him and push him out the front door. All 3 skeletons grab onto his body and start dragging him down the forest path, leaving a trail of blood coming from Johnster's face as they click-clack their teeth together like they're having a conversation after another day of work. Makar has his arms wrapped around Brock, the tall, tan, bearded board, as they walk forward to the rustic old Glathar guild house, with the short, 5-foot-tall blonde Beryl adventuring standing in the doorway, backing away a bit anxious and in fear of both of them, as Makar constantly mouths off to Brock, warning him about Beryl, not allowing him any chance to speak. He's going, I think Brock, come on now, just get on in there. I know you want to toll real bad. You know what? She's a little cranky. She may or may not have done some crazy things, but you know what? I bet she'll give you a tour. Just play her game, play her crazy game and just pretend that she's completely sane, even though she's not insane. I mean, well, no, she's not insane. She is insane, which means she would be not insane. You know what I'm saying? So just get on in there. Oh, and when you walk in, turn your head and look inside that
got a box in there. Look real deep, and you'll see a guy in there. She kidnapped him and constrained him because she's crazy, right? And when she has her guard down, maybe restrain her with some handcuffs. Unless you don't got any handcuffs, in which case just restrain her with your hands. Cuff her hands with your hands. Handcuffs with your hands. You know what I'm saying, Brock? Okay. He pats your back and pushes you in there. Just keep on walking. Come on now. Shoot. Go on, get in there. No pressure. She crazy, but no pressure. Come on now. Brock just nods and just walks inward without saying another word. After Brock passes the door, he quickly turns around and locks the top hinge and the bottom hinge. Brock turns his head and looks inside a box and sees a Kimball, a wooden man tied up with something over his mouth, sitting in a box, looking kind of panicked.
Oh, that's no good. Let me assist your friend here.
You guys hear the sound of a shotgun cocking outside. I'm gonna come in there and support you, all right? Open up the door for me, please, Brock. Can you hear me?
Oh, no need. I'm getting it all into wraps here. I'm taking good care of it.
Stay back, you fiend.
You guys hear banging on the door. Hey, open up! Open up!
I'm a bit preoccupied.
He's really showing me what for.
Yeah.
He's
Makar
really
peeks in
hurting
through
me.
the side window right beside the door there, and he stares at both of you guys working together to get Marrow out of the box. He suddenly starts pointing a shotgun and raising it through the window. Oh, I'm about to aim for the good spots on yours.
Oh, shit.
Makar lights it up and shoots through the glass as glass panes splatter everywhere, unfortunately some into Marrow's box. And thankfully he misses as both you guys dash out of the way just in the nick of time. Afterwards, Makar reaches his hand in through the broken glass and unlocks the door for himself and pushes his way in.
This bastard.
You guys can hear Makar has completely made his way in, and you guys can hear his cocky, loud footsteps as he walks down the hall and goes, "Where everybody at? Where my warm greeting at?"
Makar, can't we just talk?
Of course we can, but not like this, woman. I need to see your face. I need to read y'all emotions.
Well, can you put the gun away so I know that you're not gonna blast my face off?
Of course. Here, I'm gonna drop it right now. You hear a little click-clackety sound on the ground.
I'd like to peek around the corner.
You peek around the corner and see Makar on his knees, picking back up the gun.
Makar, come on.
It's so not tidy there. I just can't leave it there. It's like some OCD, man. A walkie-talkie buzzes in Makar's back pocket. He takes it and holds it up to his head, and then he holds up a finger to Beryl and goes, Hold on a second, I gotta take this. If you'll just excuse me, Beryl. He starts walking out the front door, and he starts click-clacking his teeth while holding the button on a walkie-talkie, and you hear more strange click-clacking on the other side. Beryl just stands, watching in disbelief, as he ignores the situation that just happened. Kathryn drives Jermy, Kilometer, and Hero deep into this cave. This hallway in this cave just seems to go on, and you guys pass a unbelievable amount of little mine shafts. Up ahead, you guys can make out a bunch of fog coming from presumably a much larger area. Kathryn stops the car abruptly and starts driving a lot slower. She goes, "Okay, guys, we're alive somehow. And I don't want to stop completely because we don't know how many ninjas are hiding inside these mine shafts, so we gotta keep moving."
I don't know about the ninja part, but drive slowly.
You guys are driving slowly, about 50 feet away from this big opening ahead of you guys. It's very fucking dark over here, though. It's pretty hard to see. Kilometer goes, "Guys, I have to ask you a question.
What?
Does anybody have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? I'm really hungry right now. My stomach's growling, but I'm trying. I'm just so hungry."
Maybe we'll find some in the cave, mate.
You really think so? In the cave?
I don't know. There could be anything, mate.
You guys can hear faint click-clacketing behind you. It's impossible to tell where it came from as there are so many hallways. He looks back and goes, "Hello? Do you have a peanut butter jelly sandwich out there by chance?" I'm just kidding. I know you don't. Guys, that was really funny. He probably thinks I'm crazy or something. As you guys start driving into this larger area ahead of you, you guys start hearing a voice, which immediately quiets just about everybody, and she stops driving. As the beer-gutted man with brown hair and a cap is being dragged by two skeletons towards a large figure in the distance.
Ugh, let go of me, you skeleton bastards! Where the hell are you taking me?
He shakes his arms side to side, struggling against them, as they drag him beneath a skirt of flailing tentacles. The 25-foot-tall creature has what seems like a dozen skulls looking down at him, and the skeletons start raising him into the skirt of tentacles. They all look away, and Kathryn opens up her car door and whispers, "Get out! We need to leave right now!"
Sounds like a good fucking idea.
Johnster struggling in the distance as the gigantic creature is consuming him with the shadowy substance.
What I do to this?
Oh, fucking Christ, mate.
Oh, I'm
They
not
look
sleeping
over
tonight.
and see Johnster has completely fallen on the floor without any skin. All that's left is a skeleton with a giant black glob covering it. And the glob slithers in between the ribcage and the skull, filling everything in like a perfect mold. Kathryn goes, "Guys, keep your eyes forward. Don't look at the horrendous thing. You will be traumatized."
I'm already traumatized.
I'm trying, mate.
Gil looks over. "I regret everything." The group looks ahead across the chasm and that wobbly metal bridge, and they do see a rectangular-shaped hallway that leads into a mine shaft like the one they came from. But before that, there's 5 skeletons surrounded by a whole bunch of crates, a couple of them being open. And it looks like 2 skeletons walk to a third one who's handing them objects. The skeletons are carrying what looks like bullets, and the other one is carrying a fucking gun. And then they're transporting it to a different crate on the other side. Meanwhile, the 2 remaining skeletons are just holding shotguns and standing watch, and they both have unlit cigarettes in their mouth, and one of them lights his cigarette and pushes it into the other.
What the hell? These ain't creatures at all.
Beryl and Brock have dragged the box with Marrow in it to the back door. They both stop and take a short breath after dragging this heavy box and heavy man here.
Oh man. I think maybe we should try and untie him so we're not like dragging him everywhere.
Yeah, of course. Let's get right on that.
Alright, both of you guys reach into the box and take off his binds. As you do, Beryl goes, "Oh, I don't know why you guys didn't start with that in the first place."
Well, I guess we just wanted to make sure that you were out of the way in case Makar, I use air quotes, decides to come back in with the shotgun.
I have to say, Makar is quite strange. I was sleeping, and he was sitting there in my room, and he pushed me into this box. He said it was for some kind of test for the Ratrapians, but after seeing him with that shotgun, I'm starting to think that maybe it's not Makar.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
I'm glad you agree here, but that's just my theory. He pats himself off and goes, "I am still perfectly fine to fight, if need be. Though I would rather not get into confrontation with our potential guildmate, as we don't know." He raised his finger. "This might be part of the test. We might be being tested right now."
I just came here, but I seriously doubt that. I don't know what kind of tester would shoot a shotgun at us.
Yeah,
Brock
you're very
kind of
lucky
raises his
that-
eyebrow and looks at Marrow and notices that he has an orange bush in a ponytail for hair, and there's birds living in his hair eating cherries that are just sitting in his bushy hair for some reason.
What the fuck is that?
He turns around. What is it? He holds up his hands in like a karate stance.
That thing on your head, what is that?
Oh. Well, this is just my pet. His name is Pidgey. I named him that because he's a pigeon, and I wanted him to be named Pidgey.
Huh,
Ah.
okay.
He pats the bird. "Oh, there you go, Pidgey. I hope you still have enough to eat." Anyways, that was besides the point. He holds out his hand. My name is Marrow Wormwood, and you are?
Yes, I'll shake your hand, and my name is Brock Birmingham.
I see, and Brock, I'm led to assume that you are going to be joining this Ratrapina guild as well?
Yes, indeed, I am. If things keep going that way, with Makar.
He nods. Alright, well, you guys want to escape through the back door? You don't think we should just, I don't know, maybe capture that Makar? I mean, after all, he is just one guy, and there is three of us.
Well, I suppose we can try and do that. Do you guys have any idea of who he's trying to contact?
I have no idea.
Well, damn.
If I had to guess, I feel like it might have something to do with kidnapping us.
That seems pretty, certain.
Oh, I got it. He
Happening.
might be trying to kidnap us, put us in a vehicle, and then drive us to the real Ratrapina Guild house because we're so great that he wants to make us real Ratrapina Guild members.
I find that highly unlikely, but it could be possible. But I really think maybe he might be suffering some sort of psychotic breakdown.
Maybe he's just having an episode. Either way, I think he should be detained before he breaks more of this guild house. I mean, we are trying to fix this place up after all, and he's just breaking windows, throwing me in a
Yeah.
box.
Is it just you two here, or were there any others?
Oh, they all just left. Makar sent them on some kind of mission. I was too busy sleeping. I got banged up pretty badly by those skeleton guys yesterday.
They went off in searching for some artifacts in a cave or something.
Is it walking distance?
I'm not sure.
I don't know either. I believe that they took the only instructions with them.
And the only other car.
Damn.
Well, he turns around, even though he can't see the front door. Hey, Brock, didn't you bring your own car, though?
Indeed I did, but Makar is keeping a watch on it.
Even more reason to detain him. Perhaps this is part of the test. I should show my moves and karate chop him up.
Well, shall we make our way to the front then?
The group sneaks up to the beginning of the bridge, and Jermy and Kilometer climb on top. As they move, the long, flimsy metallic bridge with no support starts shaking and making a warble sound. The five skeletons from across the chasm drop what they're doing and all turn their heads and see Jermy and Kilometer silhouettes with the car's headlights blaring behind them. Two skeletons grab out shotguns from behind crates and start pointing at them.
Aw, shit.
This is an uh-oh moment. Shit, guys, keep your heads down. I'll cover you from these ninjas. She goes by some nearby metallic barrels and takes cover. She then perks up and immediately takes a wild shot at both of the skeletons, missing, but causing them to both duck into cover.
Alright, Kilo, this is our opportunity. I'll get the two in the back.
Oh, okay, I'll take that one in the front. He's all alone, and therefore very, very easy. And the easy enemies are usually easier than... okay, goodbye. Jeremy dashes to the end of the bridge and takes a long leap until he's only 10 feet away from both of the skeletons. The skeletons are holding spears, and they both start taking a jab towards Jeremy's face. But before they're able to reach him, Jeremy slides forward with a skill called Sliding Stab. His feet glow white and grip the ground until both of his bats crack into the skulls of the skeletons, shattering them, and pieces of bone hit the wall behind them and ricochet off of it.
Strike!
Kilo now reaches the end of the bridge and jumps into the air, holding his trident above his head with both hands. And he stabs it into the fucking ground because he misses the skeleton as he sidesteps. Dang it, dang it! Oh! The skeleton jabs at Kilo's face, but Kilo ducks underneath before it makes any contact. Kilo kicks the skeleton in the leg and knocks its shin off until it drops onto its knee. Kilo now pulls his trident out of the ground and jabs it into the skeleton's rib cage, cracking it apart until it becomes a pile of rubble. Ha! Take that! You ruined my cool moment. I really wanted to stab you into the ground like that, but you just ruined it. a skeleton is peeking up from behind a crate, ready to shoot Kilo, until they hear a crossbow fire, and both of them duck into cover again. On the other side of this large foggy cavern, there are still 4 skeletons underneath the skirt of tentacles of the Amalgasm, 2 of which are unarmed because they left their weapons at the crates while they were carrying Johnster to the Amalgasm. And there is a third one with a spear that is now following them back to the group of crates. As they reach their crates to grab onto their weapons, they look up and see Hero with a great club was hiding behind the crates and is now swinging a great club at their rib cages. Before they have any time to react, the bat makes contact with them and knocks their chests off their body as they fly into the large foggy cavern, nowhere to be seen.
2 mates down, mate. 2 mates to go, mate.
The third skeleton takes a jab at Hero's chest, and Hero retracts his bat and quickly ducks down beneath the crates. He sees the spear shoot right over his head, and he stands back up with his bat above his head, and he cracks the bat down onto the skeleton's skull, and the skull becomes rubble that is collected inside the ribcage of that skeleton.
Got him, mate.
As he says this, his eyes widen as he sees a 4th skeleton in the distance aiming a rifle at him. In a panic, he uses some white Votaire to quickly hide behind the crates as fast as he can, and a shot rings out over his head, shooting through a black spike of hair.
Zooey, my mate.
Kathryn turns her head and immediately takes a shot at the rifled skeleton in the distance. Take that, ninjas! The skeleton is hiding in cover. Meanwhile, the 2 skeletons that were hiding from her now perk up and aim their shotguns to the back of Jermy. Jermy turns his head and immediately dashes and slides into a bunch of crates like he just got onto home base. Kilometer pulls his trident out of the skeleton that he just kept stabbing for no reason, even though it was already dead, and he now stabs into the back of the skeleton aiming at Jeremy. He immediately kills this one, but the other one turns his head and aims directly at Kilo's face. Jeremy stands up and he jabs his bat into the skeleton's skull, knocking it off of his neck.
These boneheads ain't nothing.
Yeah, and they're dead, because they're like skeletons. So I mean, in a way they were already dead, but now we're really dead because we killed them. But we don't know if they were already killed beforehand.
You ruined them. You ruined the moment.
And
You're ruining it.
Frankly,
You're ruining
they were
it.
alive. On the other side of the chasm, from behind the crates, Hero looks over at Kilo and points back at him with his thumb, talking to himself.
This mate's just yapping. He's yapping.
A skeleton peeks out from behind a pillar, raising his rifle towards Hero. Kathy also peeks up with her crossbow, now pointed at the skeleton. They both take a wild shot at each other. Kathy's arrow flies over the bullet and hits the skeleton in his skull, and he falls onto his back and breaks apart on the ground below. But the bullet that flew under her arrow flies directly into Kathy's gut. She falls onto her back and starts bleeding onto the rocks beneath her.
Kathryn!
Beryl walks out of the dining room and looks both ways when she enters the hall like she's about to cross the street. And then she starts making her way back towards the front door, walking very quietly and carefully.
Tiptoeing, if you will.
Yes. As you cartoonishly tiptoe towards the front door, you stop by the wall that you were at earlier and peek around the corner. And you can actually see Makar is just sitting outside.
I'd like to call out to Makar. Makar?
He looks back through the window. Now, what's going on, Beryl? Come out here and take a seat with me, man. Y'all are treating me like some kind of alien, man. What's going on here? I feel so alienated. It's almost like y'all are racist against Big Eye people.
No. I was just curious, maybe you could show me around the house a little more. And you were here first.
While you're talking and just close the door behind him. Sure thing, Beryl. Sure thing. Though, as you can tell, it's pretty messy in here. Please pardon the mess. You follow behind him. He goes, well, this is the living room. He's dragging a shotgun across the floor.
Are you sure this place isn't like haunted or anything?
He turns around. Nope, no hauntings going on here.
You You sure? This place seems so old and creepy. I thought I heard some walking before you came.
Oh, you're right. Listen to that noise.
He holds up his ear. You don't hear anything.
Oh, it's coming from this way.
You're just walking down the hallway.
she like grimaces as she like follows behind. Like at a distance, like she's giving him like a 10-foot buffer.
He drags his shotgun behind him, like he's plowing the wood floors with his shotgun.
All right, let's go see what this big old room is supposed to be about, huh?
That shotgun looks awfully heavy. Would you like me to carry it for you?
Would I like you to carry it for me? Heck no, I love this thing.
He points it into his mouth.
Oh, I just eat it right up.
She starts sweating like, wait. You don't do that. That's scary.
I'm just kidding. It's called comedy, Beryl.
He goes back at the wall. He opens up the door.
Oh, would you look at that? It's another mess in here. There ain't nothing good in here. It's just broken table, broken bookshelf. Oh, there's some blood over there. No, that's probably not blood. It's fine.
She jogs over at the sound of books. You said there's books in here?
You peek in beside him. You see there's paper and books scattered all over the floor.
Yeah, it looks like some animal was using it to press confetti.
Marrow opens up the door and holds it open for Brock as he steps out. You guys look into the foggy, empty, pretty liminal feeling backyard.
By the way, do you have the necessary tools that you need?
Necessary tools? Well, I got my fists. I got my robe. That's all that I need.
All right, then let us proceed.
You guys start walking around the building. He goes, by the way, Brock, what led you to want to join this Ratrapina guild?
Well, I recently got out of medical training, and I thought I would put my skills to use. I am very passionate about healing people and making sure that they are in good condition.
I see. I just wanted to travel and help people however I can. Maybe clean up some creatures, teach some discipline to the locals. Whatever I can do to help.
That's an admirable goal.
Yes, as is yours as well, Brock.
Thank you. All right, let's go.
You guys step onto the deck. He gets into a stealth stance and steps very, very quietly. He takes one step onto the plank, and the wood creaks like a 100-year-old door. He goes, ooh, that was a loud one. He steps on the next plank, and it's just as loud. Ooh, that was another loud one. He takes another step, and it's just as loud. Well, this isn't going so well, Brock.
All right, I'll see if I can maneuver slightly better. He'll like to get into a stealth stance.
As you guys step, it's creak after creak after creak. Sounds like somebody's doing a solo on the wood creak. And finally, you guys make it over to the front door and pray that somehow you weren't heard.
Oh, that sucked. Okay. Who goes first?
Seeing as I'm the brawler, I think I'll go first. I'd like to be in close range. But then again, you do have a shield, so maybe you should go first.
Alright, I'll take the lead. I reach for the doorknob.
You reach for the doorknob and slowly turn it open.
I'll keep sneaking my way up to the corner there.
Okay, enough talking about paper. All this talking about paper is making me wish that, it wasn't scattered all over the floor and I could read something, not be so bored. But anyways...
I like to go in, cut him off, and go in. Oh, you want to read something? Well, there's all these other books.
Okay, Miss Smarter Pants. He follows you inside. He sees a big broken bookshelf on the ground, and most of the books are underneath the bookshelf as you're looking at the back side of it.
I like to squat and try and, lift it and make, an effort of, being super weak.
Alright, you squat down and try pulling it up, and your arms are fake twitching. What the hell? Oh my god! He squats down and he flips the entire bookshelf up, and it smacks the back wall before falling over on its other side.
She bug-eyes. Oh my goodness. Wow, I had no idea you were so strong there, Makar.
Oh yeah, how strong I am, and oh yeah, how big my eyes are.
As they're talking,
I don't really see
Marrow
much
goes,
of that.
have they went inside that room? Sounds like they're inside here.
Yeah, it seems to me the coast is clear. We can proceed.
He nods. After you. You make it right next to the doorway, and you can hear by Makar's loud-ass voice that he is right on the other side of the wall from you.
They got goods.
Brock has his arm and back against the wall, and he peeks around the corner, and he sees the back of Makar, his long, bony back beyond that little red sweater. And he's literally 3 foot away from the doorway. Brock could easily move his foot forward and reach him if he needed to. Beryl's eyes widen, and she sees Brock behind him in his shaky hand. And as she looks at him, Makar stops talking, and his eyes start spreading in 2 different directions as he starts to look back at Brock with one of his long, bulging eyeballs. In a panic, Brock reaches as quick as he can for the gun, and it does not successfully grab it, but he does smack it and knock it out of Makar's hand, and it slides on the floor right beside Beryl. In a panic, she says,
Makar, watch out!
She chucks a book and it hits him in the side of the face.
Girl, what the fuck? You so big?
Makar raises his gigantic hand, and a black aura surrounds it and smokes from it as he charges Black Voltaire and gets ready to backhand Brock in the face.
Oh shit!
The Black Voltaire smashes into his cheek, and he explodes backwards into the wall, taking immense knockback. The wood cracks behind him, and he slides onto his ass. Meanwhile, Beryl is on her knees, getting ready to grab a book and toss it at Makar, but his eye twists behind him, and he stares back into Beryl.
Girl, what the fuck?
Oh, sorry. I wasn't gonna throw it. I swear. I thought maybe you might want to read a book.
Brock looks underneath Makar and sees that his free hand is reaching underneath him to grab onto the discarded shotgun.
The gun!
Beryl winds her foot behind her and kicks the shotgun to right next to Brock, and he reaches over to grab it. Meanwhile, Makar winds his long-ass leg behind him and gets ready to kick Brock while he's down. And Beryl instinctively charges all of her white Voltaire into her hand, and her hand flies forward like a bullet and crunches into Makar's back. Makar's back arcs in pain, and he starts fumbling around and trips, and he falls onto his ass, and his head smashes into the wall behind him. They all stand up, and Brock points the shotgun at him and goes,
Fuck yeah, good job, Beryl.
Beryl nervously and shakily says,
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I mean, I did know, but I didn't mean to, and I didn't think I'd be that strong. And
While she's saying this, Makar slowly raises his head, and black goo starts dripping from out of his teeth and his gums onto his chin, and his eyes start crying the same black blood-looking stuff. He makes a wide, long, teethy smile and goes, Beryl! Beryl! He suddenly starts spasming and tweaking against the wall, his body slapping against the wood. The 3 of them watch silently and just stare in shock. To be concluded on October 26th. That's 2025, by the way.